Welcome. This is Chaplain Abel, and Merry Christmas to all. Show this evening, or this morning actually, is a little bit different since this is Christmas morning. I want to do a special little program and little Bibles reading having to do with Christmas. I know for the past few shows I've been talking nothing except about the Christmas time. Well, we are now here on Christmas morning, and there are a couple of things I want to cover that are a little bit different as far as the regular routines of the show. And before we get started, since it is Christmas, I think it's only fair and right that I start off with the song Trust in God. I hope it will be a blessing to you. And that was Trusting God by Hope Song. Well, our little message this morning was written by a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Gerald Bagwell, who was the pastor at the First Baptist Church of Mulberry and is pastor emeritus at the First Baptist Church at the Mall in Lakeland. He has a weekly column in the Mulberry Press called Walking, Talking, and Praying. And his message for this week is entitled, It's Christmas. Forget rights and value relationships. He was only 8 years old but he was disquieted with his mother and me. He packed a little bag of clothes and informed us he was running away from home. I said, "We love you, and we will miss you. I trusted you will have a good trip." He went out the door and moved to the rear of the lot. Fear gripped him as he neared our doghouse. He looked around, threw his bag of clothes on the ground, and considered occupying the doghouse, but changed his mind. "20 minutes later, our prodigal came home. He reminded me of the story in the Bible concerning the prodigal son. I read about a father who shared that story with his young daughter. Then he asked her what she had learned from that passage. She gave consideration to his question and said, "Don't leave home without your credit card." During this Christmas season, I am praying that prodigals will go home and broken family relationships will be restored. Why do prodigals leave home? Why are family relationships saddened? It is because of someone's words or actions. It is because of different social standings. I think the foundation reason is deception. If one's life is saturated with God's love, then that individual will forget rights and value relationships. The result will be a closer relationship with God and members within the family. For families with broken relationships, I have wonderful news for you. In Jeremiah chapter 17 in verses 7 and 8, God said, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord and has made the Lord his hope and confidence. He is like a tree planted along a riverbank, with its roots reaching deep into the water, a tree not bothered by the heat nor worried by long months of drought. Its leaves stay green, and it goes right on producing all its luscious fruit." And that's from Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 7 and 8. If we trust in the Lord and have made the Lord our hope and confidence, we will be able to walk through the stress of a divided family or a prodigal son or daughter. The foundation of that confidence is that our roots go deep in our belief in God and His Word. Therefore, we are blessed. My prayer is that we will all forget about rights and value relationships. Let's saturate this Christmas season with God's love and return to our Father's house. Remember this truth. If we do not love our family members whom we have seen, we can't love God whom we have not seen. Don't miss the blessings of celebrating the birth of Jesus with the family that God has given to you. When we forgive, apprehension and hopelessness get better. And now, the King has come.
A place of endless dread. It's been that way for a long, long time. A place of the living dead. It's a place
light is seen, a cry comes ringing through. Behold, he comes to set you free. He's paid the price for you. And the old man stands with trembling heart. Can this news be true? And the young man hears and leaps for joy. There's hope for me and you. Go tell the people the King has come. Hell's gates are broken by God's dear Son. Burdens are lifted, new hope restored. Chains have been torn away through Christ the Lord.
And that was The King Has Come. Well, during this Christmas season, many times people that are not too familiar with the Bible, or even those that are, many times are looking for verses that would be a guide as you celebrate the birth of Jesus. Well, after doing a little bit of research, I've come across a few, not all, of verses that have to do with a celebration of the birth of Jesus. And the first one is found in Isaiah chapter 7 and verse 14.